Wynncraft is the most popular Minecraft MMORPG server, with an average player count ranging in the many thousands. I presume you have come to this video with the intention of playing the server, but with no idea where to begin with the game. Rest assured, the tips I shall present you today will prepare you for the daunting task that is playing Wynncraft. Tip 1. Grind mobs. There are many ways to gain combat XP in Wynncraft, but by far the fastest is mob grinding. Doing quests, my first slot took almost 200 hours to get to max level. Grinding mobs, my second slot took less than 20. Why bother trudging through storylines when you could just grind mobs and take like a tenth of the time? Tip 2. Choose weapons based on their DPS. Wynncraft is a simple game masquerading as a complicated one. Many weapons may try to scare you off with a million stats like fire defense, healing efficiency, spell costs, etc. But in truth, there's only one stat that really matters: damage. Check the raw damage stats of your item. If it's inferior to something else you have in your level range, then feel free to trash it. Tip number 3. Do profession quests as they come up. Professions are an incredibly important aspect of the game, which allow you to craft your own custom gear and consumables. As you go through the game, you should always stop and complete profession mini-quests for the profession XP they give. Tip number 4. Avoid worrying about your class/archetype. One thing I've seen too many new players worry about constantly is their class and build. Truthfully, you should never worry about changing it. I discourage changing your ability tree so that you stay in your comfort zone. Your first choice is always your best, after all. I also discourage experimenting with other classes, as there is zero reason to when you can just use your original class for everything. Tip number 5. Don't use emerald pouches. While you may see emerald pouches and think they're one of the best quality of life features in Wynncraft, you must see it for what it truly is. When you use emerald pouches, your brain is rewired to carry more money just because you can, which will directly lead to more spending, which will, get this, lead to your inevitable gambling addiction. You can avoid this fate by avoiding emerald pouches, especially ones that convert emeralds to blocks or blocks to liquid emeralds. Tip number 6. Rush through the game as fast as possible. Everyone knows the best way to play a game is to be done with it as quickly as you can. After all, why do so many people watch speedrunners? The longer you spend on Wynncraft, the less chance you have to ever reach level 105, so your top priority should be speed leveling through the game. Refer to tip number 1 for that. And finally, tip number 7, don't have fun. Wynncraft as a game was never made for people to have fun with. It was made to give us all gambling addictions. The less fun you have, the less you're exposed to this cognitive hazard of a game, the more money you save in the long run. I paid $60 for some hats and a pet, dude. This shit ain't no joke. Following these 7 tips, you should be prepared to take on everything Wynn has to offer and maximize your experience playing the game. Anyways, remember to subscribe so you can avoid my content in the future. Thanks for watching.